Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the story of a tiny red fruit with a huge reputation. You've probably heard of it, the goji berry. You know that feeling? Tired eyes from staring at a screen, an aching back, maybe you're not sleeping so great. It sounds like a totally modern problem, right? Well, what if the answer could be found in an ancient remedy? We're going to look at how this one little berry has been used for centuries to deal with issues that, honestly, feel so familiar today. For centuries, this little thing has been called the divine fruit. I mean, how cool is that? It's been celebrated for its power to boost vitality and maybe even help you live longer. Ancient texts talk about how eating it over time can make you feel lighter, more energetic, and even slow down the signs of aging.
Okay, but before we get into all the cool remedies, there's a really important first step. We have to know how to pick the good ones. Seriously, not all goji berries are the same, and quality is absolutely everything here.
And you can see the difference right away. See, to make cheap berries look better, some sellers will actually treat them with sulfur or even red dye. That's why the bad ones bleed that fake color as soon as they hit water and have this kind of sour chemical smell. The real ones, they just smell naturally sweet.
So here's your simple 3-point checklist. It's super easy. First, look at the berry. You're searching for that little light-colored khaki spot where it was attached to the stem. Dyed berries? They won't have that. Second, smell them. They should have a natural, sweet scent, not that sour chemical smell we talked about. And third, the soak test. Pop a few in water. If the water turns bright red right away, yeah, that's a big red flag.
All right, so we've got our top quality berries. Now for the fun part. Let's see what we can do with them. We're going to dive into how this ancient fruit can tackle some really modern problems. And we'll start with a habit I think we're all guilty of.
You know what I'm talking about. You tell everyone good night, you get into bed, and then you're just scrolling on your phone for another hour. We all do it, and it leaves us with those dark circles, feeling tired, and just not sleeping well.
Well, here's a super simple, really comforting solution. All you do is take a handful of goji berries, about 5 red dates, and throw them in a thermos. Fill it up with hot water and just let it steep. The idea in traditional medicine is that this combo nourishes your vital energy, which can help you sleep better and fight off that fatigue from scrolling too long. And look, this isn't some new health fad. This is wisdom that goes way, way back. This quote? It's from a text from the Song Dynasty, all about nourishing older folks. It just goes to show how long people have known about these benefits, like brightening the eyes.
Okay, let's talk about screen time. If you work at a computer all day, you know the drill. Your eyes get strained, they feel dry, they're just tired. It's probably one of the biggest complaints of modern office life, right?
So here's a really comforting idea the whole family can get into, a simple goji kanji. It's basically a warm rice porridge, and you can make it however you like. You can throw in a handful of goji berries and some brown sugar for a sweet breakfast, or if you want something savory, cook it up with some pork ribs. So good. And there's actually a famous story that goes with this. There was this renowned poet back in the Song Dynasty. His name was Lu Yu. He actually wrote that he ate goji kanji every single morning. He said his doctor told him to, and that it genuinely improved his failing eyesight as he got older. How about that? But wait, there's more. The benefits aren't just for your eyes and your energy. This ancient wisdom also connects goji berries to our structural health. We're talking bones, back, and yup, even our hair. So if you're someone who sits at a desk for hours, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That dull ache in your lower back, that stiffness you feel from being hunched over a computer all day long. Well, this soup is a classic remedy for exactly that. In traditional medicine, the health of your lower back is tied directly to how well your kidneys are doing. So this soup is literally designed to strengthen the kidneys, which in turn helps with that deep down back pain. It's a perfect case of using food as medicine. And again, this is not a new concept. This quote is from one of the oldest and most important books in Chinese medicine, the Shenong Ben Chao Jing. We're talking thousands of years ago. It just highlights this ancient belief that goji berries can strengthen the whole body, from your muscles and bones to even helping you handle hot and cold weather better. Okay, let's move on to hair. Thinning hair is a huge concern for a lot of people, and traditional medicine has a really interesting take on it. It basically says that the health of your hair is a mirror reflecting the health of your kidneys and your blood. So, of course, there's a soup for that, and it has a fantastic, kind of modern name. The smart but not bald soup. Gotta love that. The ingredients here, goji berries, ramanya root, black beans, are this powerful trio that are all used to nourish the kidneys and build up the blood.
The idea is to support healthy, strong hair right from the source, from the inside out.
Okay, for our last section, we're going to uncover a really cool piece of trivia. It's hidden right in one of the names for the goji berry, and it tells you so much about how important this fruit has been throughout history.
Have you ever heard goji berries called ganchi? A lot of people think it just means sweet goji, which makes sense, because they are sweet. But nope, that's not it. The real story is way more interesting, and it tells us something really important about what makes a good goji berry.
So here's the big reveal. Ganki does not mean sweet goji. It actually means goji from Ganzhou. And Ganzhou was the region in ancient China that was famous for growing the absolute best, most potent berries. So the name itself was a seal of quality. It's kind of like how we think of champagne only coming from Champagne, France. Same idea. What this tells us is that even hundreds of years ago, people knew that where your food comes from matters a lot. That concept of terroir, that the soil, the climate, the place itself changes the quality. The name was basically a guarantee that you were getting the good stuff.
So there you have it. From soothing your screen-tired eyes to helping with an aching back and even nourishing your hair, this divine fruit is like a bridge connecting ancient wisdom to our very modern lives. We've gone through the history, the tips, the recipes, so I guess the only question left is, which one of these remedies are you going to try first?